The OnePlus 7 Pro is the most expensive OnePlus phone yet, but reviewers praised it for its great price to performance ratio. I've now been using the OnePlus 7 Pro for 3 months as a secondary phone, and here comes my full review with all the pros and cons about this beautiful and high-spec'd flagship killer.
What's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video. So I can't believe it, but it has been 3 months since the OnePlus 7 Pro has been released, and I think it's time to revisit the device and talk about all the pros and cons. So what we have right over here is the 12GB 256GB ROM version, also with the Snapdragon 855 48MP camera and a 90Hz refresh rate screen. So this is really sick and a true flagship killer, but also at flagship prices, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But this is not everything. We also have here the reviewer's kit, so this big box which includes all the accessories you can buy for the OnePlus 7 Pro. So really cool stuff. So we'll quickly unpack it, have a close look at all the accessories, and then I'll talk about the pros and cons of the OnePlus 7 Pro. So let's go. And sorry if I'm sweating, it's super hot in here. Alright guys, so here is the phone and here's the reviewer's package. And before we have a closer look at the phone, let's check out what we can find in this so-called reviewer's package, because I actually forgot to show you this at all. But it's really interesting, so let's check this out. Huge box, says here go beyond speed, so they made some really nice reviewer's package here. Then here, as you can see, never settles. So this includes some paperwork, some documentation about the smartphone, and basically shows you what has changed, how Oxygen OS has changed, then also what is the performance, warp charge, the different colors, the new camera features and so on. So really nice book, and here we actually have the phone. And something interesting is as well, the OnePlus Bullets Wireless 2. So these are wireless in-ears, they're sounding really good. And if you get the phone itself, then I would say buy them extra. They're definitely worth every single penny. They connect instantly, they're really optimized, they sound really good, nice bass, good battery life. So I really like them. They are still sealed because I tried them from Balash from Tech Video. If you don't know his channel, then check it out. So the OnePlus 7 Pro, this is the box you usually get when you buy it. As you can see, this is the 256GB ROM, 12GB RAM version, and in there, if you check it out, there's the warp charger, and the warp charger is performing really good. So, oops, I just broke it a little bit. So we get some really nice USB Type-C cable, as you can see in red, like all the previous OnePlus stuff. And the warp charger, it looks a little bit weird first, but to be honest, this thing is an absolute beast. And if you check it out here down below, then you can see the output 5 volts, 2 amps, so 5 volts at 6 amps, so maximum 30 watts output here from this charger. And this charges the phone really fast. Not as fast as the Huawei P30 Pro, but I did a charging speed comparison. So go and check it out on my channel. Charging times are really good with warp charge. Then here we have the OnePlus Bullets Wireless 2, and I'll quickly unpack them and show it to you guys. So this is really brand new, never used. I actually feel really bad for unpacking it. And also I actually need to send this back to OnePlus, and I had to send it back a month ago. So if they watch it, sorry guys, I'm really late with all kind of stuff right now. So here you can see really nice looking package. In there we have the in-ears. So let's put this here beside and let's check out how they look like. And yep, there's something to open it up. And even the package is really sophisticated. So first of all, here paperwork and documentation. Then right over here, we have a nice carrying case. I'll quickly show you how that looks like. And here we have the in-ears. So let's get it out. 1, 2. And as you can see, with some really nice red ring here around it, some really nice finish, glossy. You also have here different rubbers. Then here you can check out the bag. So it's some nice silicone rubber, and in there we have the earphones. So you can put them around your neck. There's a Type-C port here at the bottom, then a button right over here, and yeah, that's pretty much it, how you use it. There's also a little remote control right over here, so to adjust the volume, to mute the microphone, and there's a little microphone also included. So they sound really nice. I'm not the biggest fan of in-ears, so I'm usually using Sony on-ear, but yeah, you can put them here together, they're magnetic and they sound really good. So check them out if you have to, if you need some new in-ears. Then right over here we have the car charger, and this one is also certified for warp charge, so it has the full 30-watt output. We'll quickly open it up so I can show you how the car charger looks in reality, and there we go. So also some really nice looking package. I really like the branding, to be honest. Red, white, black, that looks absolutely stunning. And guys, here it is. As you can see, warp charge right over here. One single USB port, fully certified for warp charging, 30 watts output. So what is the actual difference from this to a standard car charger? Well, it's the output. If you buy a car charger from Amazon or eBay, it's usually a little piece of crap that outputs 5 volts and maximum 1 amp, so it will charge your device really slow. But whenever I'm in my car, I drive to work and I forget to charge my phone, I need to charge it quickly. This is also why I bought the Huawei supercharger for my car. And here also, if you buy the phone and you own a car and you want to charge your phone, then don't forget this accessory, because this is really, really important. Then there is also something that a lot of the reviewers forget, and it's here on the right side. And if you pull this out, you will get some really nice cases for the OnePlus 7 Pro. So as you can see, the black one right over here, really nice finish here on the inside, that's super smooth. And here we got the famous sandstone cover. So I still remember when I first got my OnePlus One and I was so stoked about that sandstone look. But here, with the cover, you can also get it on your OnePlus 7 Pro, and I really recommend getting a cover for it. But also this cover here, I think it looks absolutely stunning. Alright guys, so inside the reviewer's kit we have the covers, we have the car charger, which is a must-have if you own a car. We have the in-ear headphones, absolutely good headphones if you want in-ears. I'm not the biggest in-ear fan, but well, they are nice to carry so I don't lose them, and I lose all my wireless earbuds. But well, with these you can't lose them. Covers also here included, and that's all you can find in the package. And now I would say, let's have a closer look at the phone itself. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so now here it is, the OnePlus 7 Pro, here with the shiny blue back, and as you can see, it looks really nice in the light because it reflects everything. It's still quite a fingerprint magnet if you check this out, but if you want to actually get rid of the fingerprints and protect your device, I would really recommend to buy one of the covers which I've shown you before. Now we have here the triple camera setup, so 48 megapixels, a regular camera, 60 megapixel wide angle camera and 8 megapixel telephoto camera. It's 3 times zoom on the paper, but actually 2.2 times of a crop on the image sensor, but still is performing better than the iPhone, not as good as the P30 Pro, but I think it gets the job done. Now the display itself, display is looking really stunning. So nice OLED screen, nice viewing angles, great colors, and the best thing, it's a 90 Hz screen, and I'll show you just in a second what that means for you. Overall, the phone really nice, pop-up camera on the front. On the bottom here we have the Type-C port, single speaker, SIM card tray, and some buttons located on the right side. What I really like about the phone is that it has this hardware slider, gives you a bit of an iPhone feeling. You can change the modes really fast, silent, vibrate, ring. So check this out right over here. If I move the slider, I can go here from silent, vibrate, ring really fast if you're in a meeting. This is absolutely amazing. We have the buttons here for the volume on the left side, and yeah, that's the overall body of the phone. Then now let's have a closer look at the lock screen. So if you move the phone like this, it will come on automatically. You put your finger on there, boom, unlocked. If you don't move your phone, sometimes I have it on my table and I want to unlock it, then it gets a little bit annoying. And I haven't found any software tweaks so I can change that. So if I put my finger on there, as you can see, I have to double tap to wake up and then it works. If you put your finger straight on there from the black screen, it does nothing. So either you move your phone or you double tap so you wake it and then you put your finger on it and it works. But the fingerprint scanner itself, if you check this out, okay, double tap, but then it is really fast, and it's one of the fastest fingerprint scanners I can imagine in a phone. So also really accurate. My fingers are now sweating a little bit, but it's still working really, really fine. Okay, this is the UI, and the UI absolutely smooth. So this is also because of the nice screen, and as you can see, this is really super fast. To be honest, I like ChinaDevices because it's clean. The theme, it looks all the same. So here the status bar, everything in white, same theme, white and blue. We have here the quick switch toggles, so you can turn on all kind of stuff. You can also edit that. You can go to the settings with one click, and yeah, it's just very, very easy to use. And here you can put in OTG, yeah, whatever you want, in word colors, reading mode, blah, blah, blah. So everything can be accessed from here. Then, as you can see, the screen. So some people say the 90 Hz is a joke, but to be honest, especially in Instagram, if you swipe through your feed, check out how smooth it is. First of all, the Snapdragon has plenty of power, renders that really fast. And second of all, the screen is just wow. This is absolutely smooth. And I will do a comparison with all my other phones, which I've told you, and we'll film it in 120 FPS, so you can actually see the difference. And yeah, let's quickly go to the settings, to display. And here you can see, you can first of all change the resolution. So I'll just quickly adjust the brightness so you guys can see that. So first of all, we have here auto switch, which I use on my P30 Pro also quite often. With auto switch, it always picks the best resolution. Like if you're in the menu, you don't need full resolution. If you watch a 4K movie, it scales up. And there's QHD Plus and there's Full HD Plus. I mostly use it on Full HD Plus just to save battery, but we'll switch it right now to QHD Plus so that you guys can actually see it. Now you won't see a difference on camera probably, but I can see it with my eyes because the fonts, everything looks a little bit clearer. The screen refresh rate, this is also something that affects the battery, but I keep it at 90 Hz because it's just the best feeling you can have from a screen. And you can go back to 60 Hz like all the other phones. The Huawei is also running in 60 Hz. So if you want to save battery, you can actually do it. So there are also some other things like the ambient display, which I've shown you before. So if you pick up your phone to show, then it comes up, and if I just turn this off, as you can see, it does nothing. And also here, as you can see, it also does nothing. Then I have to press the button in order to get to the fingerprint scanner, which is a bit annoying, but I got quite used to it. ChinaDevices is also highly customizable, like your wallpapers, theme. You can pick a different accent color if you don't like blue. You can exchange the fonts. So that's actually really nice. Then here we have the button and the sliders, so you can also do some adjustments. You have gestures in there, and the battery. Now the battery, for me, the OnePlus 7 Pro lasts up to around 6 hours of screen on time. We're right now at 4 hours because I have no SIM card inside, so it lasts quite long without it. But if I use a SIM card, if I use it as my daily, it's around 6 hours. The only phone which is beating that from my phones, which I have right over here, is the P30 Pro. And this is also one of the reasons why the P30 Pro or this phone would be my main driver, because they have a really good battery. Now it's probably not the most battery monster, but it's still quite good. So from the storage, as you can see, I still have a lot of storage free, only 40 GB used. So for me, it's perfectly fine without expandable storage. But if you're looking for expandable storage, well, then you should probably look at a different phone. Today I made an update, so OnePlus is also quite fast with system updates, as you can see right over here. So right now I'm running ChinaDevices, here the update log, so they really do some optimization here for the phone itself. OTG storage features, everything in there in the settings, and yeah, that is pretty cool. Then now let's have a look at the camera. So I did a camera comparison, you can watch it on my channel. It's quite hard right now to talk about all the camera features in this video, but if you're really interested in the camera performance, then I would recommend to check it out. But I just want to show you some highlights. First of all, this phone can record 4K 60. For instance, my P30 Pro cannot record 4K 60 because the chipset simply doesn't support it. So this is also one of the reasons why I would choose this phone as a daily driver, because 4K 60, and what can you do with 60 FPS? As you can see, this is high frame rate, so if you scale that down to 30 FPS, you actually get double the time. That means you can do some super steady, quite slow motion shots, and it looks really fine. So this is something I really like about the phone. So you can switch here between the modes. Here this is zoom, but we also have here wide angle, so to get a lot on the picture. This is wide angle, sorry guys, as you can see 0.6, or here the regular 48 megapixel camera. So this sensor is also used in quite some other phones. Let's switch quickly to the front facing camera because I want to show you what happens then. And this is the pop-up camera, and it makes some sound which you can hear. So the P Smart, for instance, the P Smart set with the front-facing camera, it isn't that noisy, but it's also not that fast. Let me show you what happens if I drop it. As you can see, it's gone. Freefall detected, the front camera has been lowered. On the P Smart it does the same thing, but way slower. And I think it's really cool that OnePlus is doing that so fast, because this really helps if you drop your phone, that if it falls on the camera, you won't break your phone. And this is really important. We also have night mode, but I think the night mode is doing way better on the P30 Pro, but this is just my opinion, and I think the P30 Pro is really a beast. Same for the Pixel, but the Pixel, I think it's almost too unnatural. The colors and the camera performance of the phone itself, I think it is good, but it's not keeping up with the P30 Pro. And the Pixel, well, it has a really good software optimization, but sometimes it's a little bit too much. Regarding performance, this phone is performing incredibly well. So in Antutu we get 370K, so this is a really solid value. You can play all the latest games, like PUBG is also working fine. We can quickly play around so I can show you how that looks like. Now first of all, we're here in the graphics settings, and as you can see right over here, we can switch to HDR because the screen supports it, and also we can go here and max out the game at extreme graphics, because, well, this phone is really capable of good graphics with the Snapdragon 855 chipset and also the 12 GB of RAM. And as you can see, well, we're at the highest settings, and let's check out how that looks like and if it's really smooth. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're now in the game, and this is smooth like butter. So I'll turn down the volume a little bit because it's really loud. So, well, if you're in a game or if you're watching a movie, it utilizes the front-facing speaker, so the earpiece and the bottom speaker, so you actually get stereo sound. There are also some Dolby settings, but I think it's quite a joke to talk about any Dolby settings. It's like a basic equalizer for your stereo speaker setup. And yeah, the screen, I played many games on many phones, but this is a really smooth experience. And this is maxed out graphics. I mean, check out the details from the airplane right over here. So it is looking incredibly well on the OnePlus 7 Pro. And yeah, let's jump down, let's check this out. And there are no rendering issues, as you can see. If I play this on budget phones, I usually cannot see the trees. The trees just pop up later because the rendering distance is shit. But here, as you can see on the OnePlus 7 Pro, we get some really decent performance, and also, well, scrolling around here, there is not a single lag in there. The phone gets a little bit warm. It gets warm right over here, so when you game, you will definitely feel that it heats up here, because here we have the chipset. There's a lot of heat coming here. At the bottom it's cooler because there's the battery and just the bottom PCB, but well, still, performance-wise, it is incredibly good, and I think, yeah, there is not a lot of phones right now which you can get for the same performance for the amount of money you pay. Then let's quickly check out YouTube, and let's check out the screen and speaker quality, because I think the screen quality is also quite good. So let's say 4K resolution, and here the first demo. And there we go. So when you're watching a 16:9 movie, you can actually scale that to full screen. And you have a lot of screen to body ratio because the speaker, the earpiece here at the top, it's really small. And at the bottom you have the bigger speaker, and they work together and you get some kind of stereo sound. And look how beautiful it looks like. Even though there are plenty of fingerprints here right now on the screen, it is looking really fine, and to be honest, I really like the display. Also, it's quite bright, so for outdoors use, and yeah, not the brightest screen around, but I think it gets the job done really well. So all that, battery performance, really good. Camera performance, not that good, but still okay for the price you pay. Performance-wise, really good. Fingerprint scanner, really good. Charging speed, also among the best smartphones, not the best, but around the best. And the overall, yeah, experience with the OnePlus 7 Pro, from my point of view, was really good. But still, it's a quite big phone, so the phone got really huge with big screen to body ratio. So if you want smaller phones, there are other alternatives, but I think the size is really good, and that you don't lose a lot of space at the top because of the small earpiece and everything, and the front-facing camera being inside. I think that's really cool, and I also really like the design. So everything except for the camera on this phone is really perfect and really deserves the name flagship killer. Alrighty guys, so we're now here at the end of this video, and let's quickly talk about the pros and cons. So first of all, let's get started with the pros. Now the hardware you get for the price, it's still very, very good. It's not the same feeling like I still remember when the OnePlus One came out. And it was so competitive priced, it was crazy, and people were like running around farming for invites to actually get their hands on the device. So OnePlus sold it at a very competitive price, but this was mainly for marketing, so to build up the brand and make it a little bit more exclusive, but also with really good pricing. And there is a point in every flagship brand where you have to go premium. When you expand in other countries, when you put more and more effort into R&D, it all costs a lot of money, customer support. In the beginning there was barely a customer support for OnePlus, but right now the customer support is really good. So all that costs a lot of money, and they also need to raise the price of the device in order to keep up with all the costs. So it's still a very good price from my point of view, but it's more expensive than it used to be. But still, for the hardware you get, I think the pricing is very, very good, even though it's not that cheap anymore in comparison to other flagships. Next of all, the 90Hz screen. I'll be making a video about it, 90Hz versus 60Hz versus 30Hz very soon. I will film it in 120 FPS slow motion, do it with the same exact launcher, so you can see that the animations are really faster. A lot of the reviewers, they just claim 90Hz is bullshit, stop hyping it, but to be honest, probably they have never seen the device in reality, because if you use it, it is really super smooth. Same with the Razer Phone 2. I used it and the screen is just simply amazing, guys. So this is something I really wanted to say. The 90Hz, it's no marketing trick, it's a really good display. Next of all, Oxygen OS. So Oxygen OS, I think it's really smooth, it's very close to stock, few customizations which are in my opinion really good, and the operating system is just super fast, super snappy, the animations are super smooth, so I think Oxygen OS is a really good operating system, so skin on Android, but it's working really, really fine. And last but not least, the fingerprint scanner. So the fingerprint scanner is really, really fast. I also have the Huawei P30 Pro as my daily driver, and it's significantly slower than on the OnePlus 7 Pro. So if you have ever used the OnePlus 7 Pro, the fingerprint scanner is just simply amazing. Works really accurate, I would say 95% all of the time, but sometimes it doesn't work if you have smudgy fingers, but it's really, really fast and reliable. Okay, then let's come to the cons. So first of all, there is no official water resistance rating on the phone. So if you want a really waterproof phone, you should look somewhere else. Next of all, there is no headphone jack. This is also something I miss on my P30 Pro. I still carry around sometimes headphones or speakers where I need a headphone jack, but it's simply not there. And the adapter, I mean, yeah, everybody says nowadays you carry an adapter, but I don't carry an adapter. Also, there is no wireless charging, so on my P30 Pro I really enjoy it. I put it on my table on the wireless charger and it charges, because I'm a super crazy person. I lose the cable all the time, or I just put it somewhere where I can't find it, and then I just put it on the wireless charger because the wireless charger is always connected to my desk. It doesn't have any expandable storage, so for the 256GB version it's absolutely fine for me, but if you do require a lot of storage, then you also need to buy some USB-C, USB drives, flash drives, or anything else where you can store your data, but simply I don't need that much storage. I switch phones quite often, I put a lot of my photos into the cloud or on the computer on the NAS storage, so simply for me 256GB is absolutely enough. Next of all, the camera. So a lot of the people say the wide-angle camera is not that good, the camera performance overall is not that good, but to be honest, I think we're really spoiled nowadays. I think, yeah, the camera performance may not keep up with all the flagships right there, but you get a truly solid phone with good but not the best camera quality for a really good price. Now, if you want to see a camera comparison, I have one on my channel. I think the OnePlus keeps up really, really good. There is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the wide-angle camera falls a little bit short, but other than that, it's simply not bad. You can tweak it a little bit with software, but still, to be honest, for the price, the camera is performing sufficient for most of the people. Alrighty guys, so that was my quick review of the OnePlus 7 Pro. I hope you guys liked it, and it's a real flagship killer now at a little bit more premium prices, but I still think they got the price point really good. Could be a little bit cheaper for the base version, but I think the base version starts at a little bit over 500 euros. If I look at the Huawei prices right now, they keep up, well, a lot. So the P20 still sells for the same price almost like the entry-level OnePlus 7 Pro in my country, and I think for the pricing they did it really good. Alright guys, so great phone. If you have any questions or anything I should include in the upcoming display comparison, then yeah, post it please down below in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, I will try to reply as soon as possible. And if you want to see more, please subscribe, guys. It really helps the channel a lot, it helps me a lot, and we grow as a community. So big thanks for watching, guys. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye.